The next morning. Ellipses. Ellipses.
I like how if RoboCop would just pop in just to announce the time, and that's it.
Yeah. Well, I was supposed to be narrator, but there's not a whole lot of narrating. It's just internal monologue.
Tell me about it. I had 2 characters began a story that never showed up again.
They'll show up quite a lot, trust me, I know.
Yeah, I'm dying. I woke the next morning to the sun filtering in through the wooden blinds. Yawning loudly, the girls had very graciously given me an entire room to myself. It was certainly a lot bigger than my room back home.
Like, what do they do?
It was still early in the morning, likely a bit before breakfast. I decided to spend a short moment to gather my thoughts. It was clear that in order to learn more about my situation, I would need to pay a visit to the shrine. Maybe I could even find the answers to some of the other questions that had been lingering in the back of my mind for a while now. The fact that Machiko seemed surprisingly nervous at the mention of Surayuri name made me wonder about their relationship. What could possibly have happened to make Machiko react out like that? The apparent hostility between the villagers and the Fox Spirit was another issue altogether. Of course I couldn't forget about that fact. The fact that I needed to find a way to get home as well. Jesus.
Who needs home?
As I finished gathering my thoughts, Mako's voice resounded from the downstairs.
Who needs home when you have boobs? Like,
Exactly.
Takahiro, breakfast is ready. Could you go get Oni-sama?
Sure, we'll be right there. I quickly made my way out of the room, finding myself within one of the corridors of the mansion. Once outside, it didn't take long for me to find Machiko wandering down the corridor, her lips curving into a smile when she saw me.
No need to look for me, Tako-kun. Mako's voice reached me loud and clear. Are you still sleeping, Tako-kun?
Good morning, Machiko-san. Did you sleep well?
It was a decent sleep, though perhaps a bit lonely.
I like the transition on her face was just like happy, and then it was just like stone, like it was fine. Don't ask questions.
And now I'm happy again. You seem to be getting along well with my little sister. Takani, was it? Perhaps I should consider you a rival in my quest for the heart of a dear Mako-chan.
Wait, aren't you sisters?
Yeah, she seems to like it. I guess I'll be stuck with the name for a while.
Oh, is it not to your liking?
Fuck. There we go. Well...
What was that? Did you swear, Taco Boy? Perhaps you would prefer darling instead.
You were watching us?
Hee, I'm smiling. Indeed, it was taking you both such a long time. I grew rather curious and snuck out.
But I didn't see you at all.
You don't need to see someone for them to hear you. That's not how it works.
But I'm a fox spirit. Hiding myself from humans is like playing hide and seek with a child.
Then why didn't you use your hiding skills to hide from the guards?
Now that you mention it, the thought had never occurred to me. Well, it was certainly fun getting chased by them. Unfortunately, Mako doesn't have the best control over her change. She is far too excitable and is unable to maintain the illusion is one of her magical blind spots.
I'm sure it wouldn't have been fun if the Sonata Tyrant had caught you both.
That certainly would have been an unpleasant experience. Then again, I'm sure you would have ended up saving me, wouldn't you, Tako-kun?
Nah.
I noticed a subtle change in Machiko's voice as the sweet, sugar-coated words caused my cheeks to flush red.
No, it's like, I'm sure you would have saved us. Like, nah.
Yeah, nope. I really wasn't.
Nah.
I really wasn't any good at dealing with the girl's flirty attitude. Stepping backwards, I turned towards the stairs at the end of the corridor and replied in a hurried tone, "Mako-chan is waiting for us." And with that, I rushed towards the kitchen with Machiko giggling behind me as she followed.
Ah, good morning, both of you. I fixed up some eggs and toast for you. There are oranges, too.
I'm so hungry.
Ah, thank you. Wonderful little one. Thank you. I'm mixing all the words up. You're getting better at this. Let's eat this in front of Zach with his delicious food.
I need food in my stomach. To wake up knowing a pretty girl made me breakfast, it's good to be alive.
Perhaps you would enjoy having one resting by your side as well.
How's her face just like so stoned? Like, I'm sure you would enjoy one.
She also looks like he just said something embarrassing.
Yeah, he does. It's like that's like she's giving him like the stink eye.
That's a bit overkill, especially considering the condition of said girl. I recalled the sight of Machiko sleeping yesterday and my cheeks immediately grew red. I quickly sat down at the table trying to distract myself by changing the subject. So, thanks to you two, I learned a little bit about this world. How about I return the favor and ask and talk about mine? Do you have anything you want to ask?
Oh, yes. I want to know, what are the spirits like in your world?
Spirits, you say?
Yeah.
I thought about
Right.
her question for a moment before I replied with a sheepish grin. Well, in my world, spirits only exist in folk tales. They appear in stories, and certain religions even worship them, but it's not like we got them running around like they do in this world.
Folktales? Worship? Your world is strange, Taku-kun.
That's kind of boring. What about your life? Are you the defender of your village? You said something about judo before. What is that?
You mean judo, you fucking idiot? No, I'm kidding.
Judo?
Well,
Nom nom nom.
Well, in my world, people go to the place called school. It's basically a place of knowledge where you learn a lot of things before you're considered an adult in society. But in my world, the defenders are known as the police. They keep things peaceful and such. I'm just...
The blue one's face. As you like species, she's like, what?
What the fuck? I guess you could say that I'm studying to become a defender, not just of my village, but of my whole country. It was a bit exaggerated, but it felt kind of nice to call myself a defender. Police. Mako? Mako?
Mako's dead.
Mako?
Mako! Dun dun
There
dun.
you go. Oh. I accidentally muted my mic. Hey, that sounds weird. Is it like the police? Is the police like the army or something? Defending the whole nation? Now we can't go.
The world is very strange, Taku-kun.
I wouldn't call it strange, Machiko-san. It's this world that's weird, but no, the police, it's like the guards in the village. We do have an actual army that defends the country, though.
Either way, your world sounds like fun. Especially if everyone's like you. Anyway, Oh no, dang it, the oranges all have worms in them. Ew, 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 ew. Sam, did you forget to check them again?
Oh, how terrible. I must have been overcome with fatigue and never got around to checking them properly.
Boo! Big old lazy meanie. I'll just have to go get some apples instead.
As Mako went outside to grab some apples, my eyes drifted towards Machiko, who was observing me with a content smile, clearly pleased with something.
Oh my god, it's an actual like custom frame for a conversation.
I know, right? Isn't it amazing? It is such a relief to see her in such a good mood. It has been a few tough months. I must admit, she has been upset that her magical skills might not have been progressing as fast as they once did.
We all have our ups and downs, especially when it comes to studying. I still remember how I used to dread exams. So little time for my judo, it made me rather sad at times.
That does sound rather stressful. Tell me, Taku-kun, what is it you study? I am intrigued by this school nation.
Well, my situation is a bit different from most. While I go to school like everyone else, I actually aim to become an athlete. To explain it in a way you'll understand, an athlete is someone who practices...
you'd understand.
Well, is someone who practices a certain sport, and those who are among the best end up representing their country. I have an upcoming tournament that will decide whether or not I will be able to represent my country in judo.
I think I understand. Your focus is on strength while still gathering knowledge to allow yourself a multitude of options. An interesting method. I should thank you.
I guess you could say it like that, but why thank me?
I believe your sudden appearance in our world has a lot to do with Mako's newfound joy. I can hear her singing, something I have not heard in weeks. It warms my heart to see her so overjoyed, and I believe it's just because of you. Thank you, Taco-kun.
I doubt that's the only reason, but you're welcome. I smiled bashfully at Machiko before continuing. Then again, I should also thank you busting my rear out of jail. I don't want to think about that, or I don't want to think about what I would have been doing if I was still in the care of the Tsunade tyrant.
You're most welcome. Please don't be so hard on Miyo-chan. There are many things here that are beyond your control. But perhaps it was out of our hands for now. I still wish to thank you, Taco-kun. I have been wondering how I might repay you for bringing such joy to Mako-chan.
Repay me?
Handies.
For a moment, my thoughts drifted towards a certain idea, and my cheeks quickly turned scarlet red at the thought. I couldn't ask something like that of her. I'm not sure I have anything in mind.
Yeah, sure.
I think your smile
But
is
you
enough.
didn't blush for no reason. Okay. You are a true gentleman, Taco-kun. It is a shame, though, I was thinking of such naughty things, too.
She's like, wait, well, I mean, you know.
The Fox Spirit giggled.
Sucks,
Sorry.
doesn't it?
The Fox Spirit giggled to herself as she turned towards the garden, watching Mako struggle to descend from one of the trees with an arm full of apples.
Mako-chan, there are only 3 of us. Your belly does not count for a 4th person.
Speaking of a 4th person, it sounded like you two used to talk a lot with the spirit at the shrine. Why do you get so nervous whenever this Tsurayuri's involved?
Yeah. Yeah. That is not important. Only is that giant bird carrying the seed of the world tree. Or maybe it is. I should go and...
What? Did you have a stroke? What happened?
I don't know.
She just made an excuse to leave. Suri Dono, thank you for visiting us today. Machiko-san is right over there.
No, Sir Yuri, I'm sorry. I've just been terribly busy. Forgive me, Sir Yuri-sama.
Whoa, to think you get that flustered. Is she that amazing of a person?
You don't understand. It's complicated. There are certain skills that I, as a Fox Spirit, possess. A subtle way of talking or acting that influence how people perceive me. They are, I suppose they would be considered social skills, but for spirits, Sayuri is capable of completely negating these and leaves me feeling rather nervous and helpless.
So is she talking about like she can subtly mind control people? Like
It's like through conscious movement or something.
she's the Reapers.
I see. So basically she's immune to your flirting, and connecting the dots in my mind, I planted the palm of my hand against my forehead. Now I get it. You're afraid of approaching her because Sururi is a bigger flirt than you. But if she's flirting with you, oh, I see you swing that way.
Oh
For some
my
reason,
god!
I suddenly felt rather disappointed.
Yeah, sure you did.
That's not true. Well, maybe. I mean, she has an overpowering presence, and it does not allow me to properly, do my thing.
TGN. Okay, so Zack and Chaos are seducing one another. Cool.
God damn it.
I'm not sure what you mean by swinging, however.
It means that you like girls.
Oh, really? Well, how about we forget all about Sayuri now, and I show you exactly which way I do swing, Taco-kun.
Just be like, okay.
Yeah, that won't be necessary. Damn it, Doc. But sure, it must be quite a challenge to deal with, considering. I briefly lowered my voice to a whisper. You're already a handful to deal with once you start teasing.
Ha! You're perhaps less gentle than I thought you to be, Taco-kun.
What am I then?
Scum lord.
A scum lord, perhaps.
No, a lovable
Or,
rogue.
or maybe you see yourself as more of a hero type.
Of course, I'm a hero, a perverted one, but a hero nonetheless.
He was mad that he was being called a pervert in the jail.
Well, it's different. This is all flirty and cutesy. That girl was pointing a sword at his face and being a bitch.
True.
Sama, talk to me.
Welcome back, Mako-chan. How did the hunt for the
He is
golden
brother.
apple go?
Oh, it does?
Oni, yeah. But at the same time, I guess it just means sibling.
I don't know. Continue.
Well, she's calling him her brother.
I guess. Whatever.
Hey, no golden ones, but I got a lot of good ones. Even one that's shaped like a heart. You can have that one, Duckney.
An apple shaped like a heart. Interesting. Does this mean you're confessing your love to me by giving me this?
It's actually like a severed human heart.
Oh god.
Hey, maybe I am.
I seriously think Ichikawa would kill me if he saw me in my current situation. Why, thank you, fair lady. I shall savor every moment of its sweet flavor.
Mako, how could you betray your love of me, your one and only sister? Did our time together mean nothing? Oh my.
And I love you too, Onisama. I found a super big apple for you.
Polygamy at its finest.
Wait, what?
Well, you know.
I think it's a joke, but
I guess, but yeah.
Well, we better hurry up. We're going to see Suchan.
Wait, what? I thought we would at least need to ask for her permission and wait until she grew bold enough to reply.
I know, but when I was picking apples, I found one of her tiny familiars. She said you wanted to see us today.
Oh, poopy. ...
Ellipses. 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 Following the directions Mako had received, we set off from the mansion. The three of us made our way through the forest, somehow managing to stay en route with the help of the familiar. It didn't take us long before we arrived
Don't
at
show
the
us what the familiar looks like, by the way.
Yeah, no, we don't need to see that. Arrived at the place where Machiko had fallen into the river. They say that a cautious fox is worth two, so we made
What?
it past the river without further ado.
Who the fuck says that?
And also, that was like a rhyming sentence.
Yes, further ado. They say true. Okay. So according to these familiars, the shrine is supposed to be up ahead.
No,
My gaze had
lost
fallen-
again. Ah, I go in the water.
My gaze had fallen upon a series of steps that went up the hill from the dirt path, a gate standing at the top.
Oh no. What could she want from us? She never summons us. She always bumps into us by chance. Why has she called for us, I wonder?
You're so silly. I'm sure it's nothing to be worried about. Maybe she has found a way to stop my headaches.
She has like a built-up clot or cancer in her head that's like
What?
slowly killing her. That's the source of her headaches.
It's a brain tumor. I'm
It's-
sorry.
You have cancer. That'd be so sad. Now that would be truly wonderful, but it's no use guessing. Ugh. With a stride of confidence in my steps, I swiftly climbed the stairs, the girls quickly following in my wake. One was mimicking my own bold steps, while the other followed with small, slow paces.
Come on, Onisama. Why don't we make a game of it to take your mind off it? We could play Hop Along Dandy. Hop, ha!
Mako-chan.
Shut up.
The
Gosh.
smoky girl hopped past me, giving out commands that the older girl seemed to be following. They both moved one step at a time, either
Step in time.
hopping, stepping, or jumping to the next step. When one fumbled, the other took another step, and the command then switched to the other girl. The panic that had almost set in had seemingly vanished as Michiko continued the silly little game with her sister. The two soon reached to the top of the steps, and a voice I could have sworn I had heard somewhere before resounded in the air.
How adorable. Mako-chan hasn't changed a bit in all these years. Still hopping around my doorstep like a bunny. Eep. Eep.
At the sound of the voice, Machiko let out a cry of surprise, her body trembling slightly as its owner revealed herself. Serious music, you guys, serious music. The one responsible for Machiko's reaction seemed to be a familiar figure that hopped off to the gate with ease and landed gracefully before us, her tail sweeping back and forth through the air. Oh, baby.
Ah, Machi-tan. I'm so delighted to see you again. It has been a while since we last played. In quotes. Have you been well?
It's been a while since we've played, in quotes.
Hi, Su-chan. We were playing a real fun game just now.
Hello, Suyama. We are doing well, thank you. It did look like a very good game. Then again, it might have been because two really good girls were playing it. Instead, I'm surprised you didn't join them, human. Couldn't keep up with their steps?
I was more interested in meeting you than playing some game.
Well, that's just rude. How unfortunate. To ignore the appeal that such games hold. It isn't healthy to always look upon life with such a serious and worrisome attitude. Isn't that right, dear Machi-chan?
That's not fair, Su-chan. Takahiro didn't know the rules. It wouldn't be fair to bring someone in halfway. If he learns how to play, I'm sure he'll join in next time.
It's not, healthy?
Girl took a deep breath and closed her eyes, composing herself.
Machiko's right. Sadaka has yet to learn the game. It's not his fault. I'm just teasing him, dearest. There is no need to get worked up. But I'm glad that you are here. One thing surprises me, however.
Metal Gear.
Metal Gear.
What is it?
The fact that your precious Taku-kun is here with you. Does it not strike you both as odd? A human like him being so friendly with spirits? Last time I recall seeing such things was when Machi-tan was but a toddler. This has me curious. Why is he here with you rather than someone of his own kind? That's the guards from the village. They arrested him because of our actions. He helped us escape and was arrested instead. We rescued him and allowed him to stay with us. It's fine, I swear. He's just a nice human. He appears to be, not from around here, though. You need not take offense, my dear. I simply find it fascinating to see a human defend a fox spirit. I'm well aware that he's not from the village. Though, I've taken a little interest in the close-minded humans of this realm, so your assumptions are correct. This boy is not a being of this world. And yet, he might end up playing an important role, whether he likes it or not.
I already told you, Mako-chan and Machiko-chan, this before, but it doesn't matter to me whether they're spirits or not. I like this place. That said, I'd like to get back to my own world.
Why would you want to leave?
Why would you? Why? Why would anyone want to leave this place? Who cares? Fuck the responsibilities. Live your happy life, eating and picking oranges and apples with cute girls that love you already.
Zach?
Is it my line?
Yeah. You have a tournament to prepare for, something.
I have an important tournament to prepare for or something.
All right. You seem to stutter for a little bit there. Your upcoming battle. Let's just take this discussion inside, shall we? And do other things, and then discuss things. We will await your
It seemed
return.
like the sisters could no longer accompany me. Feeling nervous, my steps grew a bit hesitant as I followed the spirit inside.
Here we are. This is the place of our first conversation. I guess it would be a good time to introduce myself, even though my name is already on the screen. My name is Tsuyuri. Just like your two companions out there, I am one of the spirits that inhabit this realm.
But you're no different from them, aren't you?
How observant of you. Yes, there is a difference between myself and most other spirits.
No shit.
Spirits abide to a rather simple hierarchy. The stronger the spirit, the higher the standing. Then again, the strength is often associated with experience.
You better have noticed I'm a demon, and they are not.
So what? You're saying that you're an ancient being or something?
I wouldn't go that far, Takahiro. It is rude to question a girl's age. But let's move on to the subject of your desire to return your own world. You're stupid.
You're going to send me back, great.
No! I'm afraid sending you back is beyond my capabilities.
Hold on, weren't you the one who sent me here in the first place?
I'm afraid that wasn't the case. It was your wish that sent you here. During our first encounter, I did mention this place was special, didn't I?
Now that I thought about it, she did mention something along those lines. I briefly closed my eyes, trying to recall what she said. She had said before. This is a place like no other.
Dead or alive, you're coming with me.
Dead or alive, you're coming with me.
That's right. Having spent some time with the Fox Spirits, you already know that there is magic in this world. However, it's not as though Mako-chan herself possesses magic. Rather, her body is simply able to connect with it.
That sounds a bit complicated.
If you were stupid, baby.
The bodies of people who are capable of using magic create a special kind of link to the magic of this world. Try to imagine it like this. The magic within this world flows through several gateways. We commonly refer to them as mana gateways. Those who possess the ability to use magic draw the mana flowing from these gates. A typical term for these people are mana receivers.
So you're also drawing on this magic?
Ha, no, my boy. I am not borrowing the magic of this realm. I am powerful enough to perform magic on my own. However, this shrine is located on a mana gateway, which could explain why the shrine in your world is said to be capable of granting wishes.
Then why can't you use the magic to send me back?
Because it is not my magic that brought you here. It is the magic of the shrine, or rather, the world that itself pulled you into this realm.
It's like in Star Trek.
So you're saying that I'm stuck here forever?
In Star Trek, what?
It's like in Star Trek when they try to explain science. Imagine a balloon being filled with mana, and you're just like, what?
Mick, love it. Where's the naked scene with her? Yeah, I know, right?
Not forever. It will be there soon, Nick, love it. No. You need to carry out the will of the world.
Oh, great. You're saying this world has a will of its own now. And how the hell am I going to find out what it wants me to do?
Just ask you, dipshit. That's what you have me for, silly. I'm the guardian of the shrine, so obviously I know of its intentions. In your case, the task you were given is quite a harsh one.
You
Don't
must
tell me
complete
I have to collect wedding sashes.
an Immortal Kombat tournament to save your world.
You must choose between the two. No. Oops.
First challenger, Scorpion of the Netherrealm.
And very much my magic on in the process, you wish. Teasing aside, the region is having its fair share of problems. Spirits and humans have lived apart for a long time, but it wasn't always like this.
Wait, spirits have a world of their own?
Didn't they mention that before you talked? Okay.
Pay attention,
Yeah,
Taco, according to the story.
Yes, but that realm is starting to merge with this one, causing some spirits to find themselves trapped here.
Isn't that like the plot to Legend of Korra, one of the seasons?
Unfortunately, the Legend of Korra has ended before the most powerful most powerful spirits had the opportunity to reverse the damage done.
Does that mean that Michiko-san and Maeko-chan are...
They don't belong in this world either, though neither of them likely realize this. They were much like human toddlers when they first arrived in this world.
Oh, hold on. I slowly started to understand the reason why the fox spirits and the villagers were on such bad terms. Anyone would be restless if beings from another world that you had never heard of suddenly showed up at your doorstep. Is that why there's so much tension between them and the villagers?
I'm afraid that the Fox sisters became victims of a misunderstanding. You see, Machi-tan and Meiko-chan aren't the only spirits within this realm. There are others, which has caused things to escalate.
Do you mean there are other fox spirits?
Not Fox spirits, but other spirits. They were sent into this realm just like the sisters, but unfortunately they were sent rather far from here. While Machi-tan and Meiko-chan were close enough for me to care for them, the other ones are lucky.
What do you mean? Did something happen to them?
Hold on. So that's what happens if you accidentally scroll. Dear gosh.
How it happens? Do I want to do it? Do I want to test it?
No.
No.
Okay.
When you scroll, it skips through all these lines.
Okay, what is it saying right now?
Along with Meiko-chan and Machi-tan, four other spirits. That was right after. What do you mean? Did something happen to them?
The four other spirits. Was sent here to sent here when this world was briefly merged. Unlike the Fox sisters, those four didn't have anyone to watch over them, and as a result, they grew rather spoiled and wild.
So what you're saying is spirits are going wild? It sounded like a recipe for trouble.
Sounds like the recipe for like a pornographic movie.
Yes, that would be a good movie. That they grew oblivious of the way human society worked, and their behavior made humans mistake them for monsters. Even now, the girls in their games are mistaken as acts of violence, and as a result, tension arose between humans and spirits.
Also, they ate a few of them.
So Machiko-san and Mayoko-chan are discriminated against because of those spirits?
You could say that, yes.
Then why didn't you try to stop them?
Because I can't leave the forest. I'm the guardian spirit of the shrine. I cannot leave my domain.
I couldn't help but wonder what purpose all this talk about spirits served. Could it have had something to do with finding my way back home?
Why is he so intent on finding his way home?
I know.
Do you think solving the problem with these spirits could be my ticket out of here?
Possibly. I wouldn't be surprised if dealing with those spirits would solve the problems between spirits and the humans. It would be difficult to track them down, but there may be an opportunity for you soon.
An opportunity?
Yes. I'm sensing one of them heading through the forest towards the village. If you can convince Machi-tan and Meiko-chan to help you protect the villagers might be willing to help you accept them.
That did make sense. If Makichiko and Meiko were seen protecting the village from a possible threat, they might be forgiven for their panties incidents.
Probably.
Do you think it'll work?
Only time will tell. For now, you better get the girls and make haste towards the village before the wild spirit appears and uses wind move.
Nodding my head in agreement, I quickly ran outside trying to think of how I could convince Machiko and Meiko to help me save the village. Surely they would be better off known as heroes rather than pranksters. However, I doubted the sisters had held feelings of fondness towards the villagers, considering their continued treatment of the two girls.
I wonder how he will solve the challenges set before him.